So first of all, there are times when you make mistake while speaking, but when you continuously speak, you learn a new things. It's okay to make mistakes, everyone does, but when you start learning and reading new things, you make sure you don't repeat them again. And also, if someone's correcting you, don't take it as an offense, make sure you learn that thing.
3, 2, 1, okay.
So my name is Priyanka Purswani. I have done my schooling from Valsad. I am from a small town called Valsad, that is in Gujarat. And I'm currently working for Kalki Fashion.
Hi, this is Priyanka and I'm in Canada right now. So I just got back home from work. It's 8 p.m. but it's summer over here, so it's like sunsets are late. So yeah, you see. So I'm recording this video to tell you that first of all, I would like to thank Utkarsh sir and Maitri ma'am for being a great mentor. And
So I'm planning to go to Canada because first of all, I have many friends there, and second, it's a good place to learn new things. So these are the two reasons. So I overall scored 7. I could have done much better, but then again I told you I was all panicked, so I lost marks due to that. But I'll suggest you not to do that. Please be yourself and be confident. I scored 7.5 in speaking because, as I said, I enjoyed it the most. I got 7 in listening. I got 6.5 in writing. I made a mistake where I didn't write much because I guess I was overconfident, but I'll suggest please make sure your writing skills are very much better and refer the earlier examinations that were held. And reading, I got 6, but as I told, I was quite afraid, then it's okay. So my parents doesn't know anything about this process because they have never been through it. So when I said I got 7, they were all shocked and panicked कि 100 में से 7 कैसे आ सकते. But then I explained them कि the exam was 9 points and I got 7. Then they calmed down and they were quite happy about it. So my friend Rashi Desai, she recommended me to go to Utkarsh sir and have a counseling session, and then I went to the classes. They explained everything to me, wherein I had a great experience. I understood the process really quick. So for me personally, reading was the most difficult. I enjoyed doing my speaking session, my listening session, but then whenever it came to reading, I had all sweaty legs. I couldn't be on the ground. So reading was one of the most difficult and challenging for me. So the last module, I guess the book 14 was quite challenging. So I started with book 11, that was quite easier. But as soon as I started doing more and more, it got quite tough for me. So I had to go to Utkarsh. So for everything, I didn't know one passage, so he used to explain it to me and also send me a recording wherein I can re-listen to the audio and then write it down. So that made it quite easier for me. So basically I took 1 month to prepare for my exams and then we proceed with the date booking. So I used to study 2 to 3 hours a day. I did not study continuously, but then I used to take a break. I completed 1 reading, then I used to take a break for like doing my other hobbies, my other stuff, and then again I used to continue. I have a memorable day in the class. So I received a mail for my examination. I did receive a mail for my examination that my speaking test was scheduled on XYZ date and my reading was on the next day. So I missed out the speaking exam, and then I heard some students saying out loud that their exam is next day, and then I was just going through the mail and I missed my speaking test. So I quickly ran to sir. I was all panicked, and first of all he asked me to calm down and he helped me to reschedule a date, and then how the process was started. This was the most memorable day I'll never forget in my entire life. I missed my exam. So my mom doesn't know about it, and I'm not going to tell her. I hope she never sees this. So I spoke to sir day before exam. I was speaking to him. He asked me to calm down. He said it's okay, you can just stop whatever you're doing, just breathe, relax and go for the exam the next day. Don't worry about, and you will write it down. So that's how. So when we entered, so there were many of them, many students, and then the roll numbers were being assigned, the seats were being assigned. We had a lot of time. So I spoke to few of them who were sitting beside me. they had the conversation, this is the second exam we are attending for the third time, and they asked me, I said it's my first time, and I started panicking कि इतनी difficult होती है कि exam that people are reappearing, but then I just decided to sit silently and then I started writing my exam. So as soon as one after another the modules were started, it became quite easier, the breakdowns were nice. I was earlier informed about the modules, how the exam is going to be, so I was mentally and physically prepared how much time I have to invest in what area. So I was quite happy after my exam got over. So the class session were quite interactive. So I used to listen to other people, they were giving the dummy speaking test. I used to learn from them, I used to listen. So the best part was whenever there was a difficulty in speaking some word, we had sir teaching us, from correcting us whenever he understood that I'm not comfortable speaking a word. So he used to give me a replacement for the word, a synonym, like how can I learn new things. So first of all, when I was very little, I used to find book reading cool, because I think people are book लेके चलते कितनी मजा आती होगी. So whenever I used to sit beside them in flights or in train, I used to peep in the book, and that's a very wrong habit. You should not do that. But then later, to look cool, I got my own book and I started reading one page and then the other. And this is how I developed a habit. But reading is a good thing. Make sure you don't do it for looking cool and for learning. This is how personally I started book reading. One habit is in the classes, so ma'am and we all decided to start a book reading club, but then again due to some hurdles we could not continue. But there was this one book we were reading and it was quite interesting, and after that I make sure I completed and I started a new one. So good thing is I started reading again, that the hobby I left out, so I like to continue. So my overall journey was fantastic. I learned new things, that was more important to me, and also I developed my communication skills. Of course, I did recommend my cousins. They were also quite interested in studying abroad for their career, so I did recommend decent English classes, and further on I sent Utkarsh sir's number to everyone.
The best part about it is I was nervous before my exam. I was scared, but then they helped me out through the entire process. They guided me how this entire thing works, from where to start your process, from where to end, from selecting universities to helping me with the brochure and everything. So it was quite easier for me. Of course, during the exam I was nervous and I messed it up very badly. Thanks to Utkarsh sir for taking me out of all this, and I'm really grateful. So yeah, here's my journey, and I hope to see you all soon in Canada. Take care.